Morning. It's round about 10 o'clock. We're a minute late. So we say hello to Facebook, to YouTube, to LinkedIn. This is Blabbing for Britain. Hello, John.
Good morning, Stephen.
Yep, John's with me. We'll be on screen in 43 seconds. We're awaiting the arrival of Peter. Uh-oh. He may be working. We shall see. Okay, and as it says on Facebook, we're live on the website. You've got a link to the website, and you can watch us there if you don't want to go on Facebook to watch us. You can also make comments too. Okay, we've got live chat on the website. Take away. 3, 2, 1. And we're here.
Hello,
Morning,
Stephen.
Let's rearrange things a little bit. That's better. Okay. Right. Because Peter's not here, I've got my second camera working.
All right.
To fill up the screen. Okay. Welcome to the show. This is Blabbing for Britain, episode 323. Wow.
And you've got a lovely echo.
I've got an echo. Just a minute. How's that?
That's much better.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I brought the camera in. I forgot to switch off its microphone, so I've got two cameras. I only need one microphone. If you've got two microphones, you get an echo. So, echo gone. Okay.
And the bunny men as well.
Yeah, let's see if we can just change things up a bit. There we are. Right. Okay, so we're just still waiting for Peter. We've not had a word from him. He saw the post yesterday with a link in it, which I post every week now, so he can actually find us easily. But no reply as yet. Okay. All right. Okay. What about City then? Manchester City. I'm going to read a quote today that's in the Guardian today. And if I go over here, it says, "We need 1 or 2 days, but we will rise, we will come up." Who said that? We need 1 or 2 days, but we will rise, we'll come up. They were winning. They'd won with less than a minute to go. And they gave away a penalty. And then they got beat.
Oh dear.
Otherwise, they'd have been playing Liverpool in the Champions League final. So close, yet so far away, really, because they've got to wait till next year. So Liverpool are still chasing 4 trophies, and Man City are running second in the league as well. Okay, anyway, a Roy of the Rovers story, John. Takes you back to the days of the Dandy and the Beano. Roy of the Rovers, no matter what happened, his side always won through, and that's true of a team called Burnley. Now, when we sat down 3 weeks ago, Burnley were going to be relegated. Now it's totally in their control, and my team has got 10 points out of the last 12. 3 wins, 1 draw, and they are now favourites to actually stay up. Whereas, let's say 3 weeks ago, they were favourites to stay down. Quite amazing, because no players changed at all. It's just the style of playing. The new manager or temporary manager has changed, and they are on a winning streak. Their form is better than those in the top half of the table.
Very good.
Okay, you're not interested, are you? What are you doing?
I'm nothing. Keep thinking I've got a bit of an echo, but then it goes away. So I was looking to see whether I had 2 microphones switched on or not, but I don't.
You don't. Okay, say hello to Corinda and welcome. No, you don't. I don't hear an echo from you. So if definitely.
Oh, dear.
Definitely switched the microphone off on that. Okay. Are you voting today?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh-huh. There's a poster went up which said, forget what's happening in London. We are local Conservatives, nothing to do with London. Vote for us. And they thought it was Middlesbrough poster appeared. And everybody thought, okay, we'll take it. The local party is not the main Conservative party. But then you discover that there are leaflets, similar leaflets with different town names all around the country. So Conservative Central Office have disowned themselves because they've had these leaflets printed, which are posted everywhere, saying we are the local Conservatives, we are not the Conservative Party in London, vote for us. Yeah, which is...
Well, you know Moseley, I think, don't you, Stephen?
Yep, been there.
Well, my friend from networking, Abid Khan, and his daughter are both standing as Conservative candidates for Moseley.
Okay.
Father and daughter. Quite an interesting situation.
Truly. I mean, the thing about local elections is a lot of it is about the individual rather than the party. And if you've done good works as an individual, then it's just the party is just a label. It's you that people are actually voting for. Yeah,
he's done quite a bit in his local area, so even though he's not yet a councillor, so it'd be interesting to see whether he gets in.
I just had a message that Mr. Peter Stewart is in my studio, so let's see. I can see a blank screen, Peter. Wait for Peter to arrive. Yeah, so it is voting for local councils. In fact, throughout the UK, Peter's on mobile again. Where is he today? Let's find out. Should come through in a second. Let me change this round. Morning, Peter. Morning, Peter. No, a lot of hand signals going on. Obviously on the mobile phone. No, I can't hear you. Nope, no sound. You have no sound.
Hello?
Hello, you've got sound now.
1, 2.
Hello, you've got sound now.
Okay, right. What a nightmare this morning. Oh, I changed my screen in the computer. It worked yesterday, but it didn't work this morning. So I've had to rush in. Now, I know Sheila will come back and give me into trouble for being here, but I'm not caring. That's it. Right, so, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
I can't hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Right. But I'm not hearing you in the headsets. I'm hearing you here.
No, you're not.
Okay.
So
there's no echo.
There is an horrendous echo.
Right. You carry on. I'll be back in a second. Mute me.
Okay. Did you hear the echo, John?
Yes.
Okay. It helps because then I know it's not just me. Okay. Right, well, let's hide Peter until he actually returns, and I'll go here.
Today you're a man with 3 arms.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. This is Alexa, good morning.
She doesn't want to speak to you. What have you done to her?
Oh, you didn't hear her?
No.
She actually replied. And the reason that you can't hear her is that I've got Crisp set. I'm just trying to find Crisp at the moment.
Oh, and Crisp is blocking her out.
Crisp is locking her out, yes. Hang on. I took a wrong turn then. Okay. Long story short, I now have my own Alexa, which you can see there with the light on. And it's basically secondhand.
All right.
It used to be Angelica's Alexa. And
But
Angelica
she's
used
got
to
a
set,
special one now, has she?
Angelica used to set it every morning to go off at 6:30 and wake her up. And then BBC decided to change things so you couldn't play Radio 4 unless you were logged into your BBC account. I've got an echo again.
I can't hear any echo.
Just a minute. It's Peter back. Yes, hang on. Okay, we're having fun this morning. Hello, Peter.
No,
We can't hear.
I
We can't hear you. Right. Okay, Peter's making adjustments. And I'm waiting. We can't hear you. You've no microphone.
Hello?
Right, now you have a microphone. And now we have the most horrible echo in the world.
Well, I'm using this tab 11, and for some reason we keep getting echo with it.
Yeah.
I can't hear an echo, and I've got in my earphones.
No, you won't. You won't hear it. But every time I speak,
can you hear it, John?
John, can you join in?
I can hear you. But I can hear myself. Twice.
Yeah.
You haven't still got Facebook open.
What? Sorry?
Have you still got Facebook open?
No, I'll shut everything down.
Testing one. Testing 2. Testing 3. Testing 3.
Everything else is off.
Okay.
We get this every week with me.
Well, we didn't. When you on your laptop.
How's that? Right, and it's right. I've taken out the earplugs and everything.
No, it is basically. The system's actually hearing us and then replaying it.
Right, I'm gonna wait, get my laptop. You carry on, okay?
Okay. Cheers, Peter. Right. Okay. I can still hear Peter. I'm going to remove him. Okay. Anyway, back to the story of so BBC Sound said that you've got to be logged into BBC to actually play Radio 4. Now, when Angelica gets up, I listen to Radio 4 on her Echo Dot, but she tried and couldn't get it to work. And in doing so, the Echo Dot changed its accent to American, and she wasn't having that. So the only way to get around it was to buy a new Echo Dot, 4th generation. So that's what Angelica's got now, and I inherited this Echo Dot, which you can't hear, but it works. I'm sure it works. Yeah. Okay. Right. It's very quiet in here this morning.
It's very quiet here as well.
Okay, so we talked about the local elections, and we'll know the results later today. People have already spun a story to say why they've done well or not done so well. We are expecting Conservatives to lose even more seats, up to 500 seats. And people are actually going to vote, irrespective of the fact that they want people to vote on local situations. They're going to be voting about Boris. So be interesting. And apparently the police investigation into Partygate is not going so well. They haven't sent Boris a questionnaire about a party he actually did go to, and they've sent some questionnaires out to people twice, 2 months apart. So the whole police investigation of Partygate is being labelled chaotic, to say the least, although it is felt that after the local elections, once we know the results, the police will issue more fines. So Partygate continues.
Punching nothing really, isn't it? I suppose if you've suffered in the COVID period, then maybe it's important to you, but it doesn't really bother me.
Well, the thing that I think bothers a lot of people is the fact that there is a double, if not triple whammy against people on low incomes at the moment. We've had the tax rises, we've had the petrol rises, we've got food price increase, food inflation is running at 6% a year. And there's a story of the 77-year-old lady who leaves the house in the morning and spends the day on buses to stay warm so she doesn't have to heat her house. And I think that speaks volumes, that there are millions of people who are suffering. In the world's sixth largest economy, people are actually suffering greatly because of Ukraine, because of COVID, because of the ineptness of the government, because of a whole host of reasons. All those factors have come together to make it intolerable for quite a few people. John?
Yeah, I mean, I got this massive increase in my gas and electric bill from £134 to £465. I rang them up and discussed it with them, and they said, yeah, it's just the way the deal is structured. If you go on to a variable, you will pay less than half of that. So I've got onto a variable scheme, and then they say there'll be because the government has ordered them to now say how that 465 is calculated, because they don't tell you. They're expecting better deals to appear over the coming weeks.
So they want people off fixed contracts, don't they?
I think so. Yeah. So they're making the fixed contract ridiculously expensive. I mean, I got the renewal, and at the top it says your projected use for the next 12 months in units and military terms is 3,033. Yeah, that's about £292 a month. Yeah. But in the next section below, it said it wanted £465 a month. Yeah. Which is £5,260 a year. Hang on, you want nearly double.
Yeah, somebody's not got the coding wrong.
Oh no, it's happening to everybody, and so people are going on to variable rates because, of course, the variable rate is capped.
Yeah.
Whereas the contracted rate isn't.
Yeah, I mean, the government have got a problem because there's another £700 hike due in October, isn't there?
Yep, I believe so.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't get the £150. I don't know whether you qualified or not.
No, we didn't.
Because it's bandy round here, because everything, all the houses are expensive round here. So my neighbour bought his, and he's done a bit of work on it a year ago, and he paid just under 400,000, and now he reckons he can sell it for 525.
No, okay.
And it's smaller than mine. Okay, we're only a semi, but I mean that's cloud cuckoo land. I mean, I know I've spent a few bob on it over the years, but I only paid 35,000 for this when we moved in. It was the best part of 40 years ago, but
yeah, but it was. I mean, we've got inflation. We've got house price inflation as well as food inflation.
Yeah.
as more and more people put their money into property as a hedge against inflation, really, and that drives the prices up. It's the same in Canada, it's the same in America. House prices are going up and up and up, and it's probably the safest place to have your money, really. Yeah. Okay.
They're not going to fall, are they? I mean, it just makes it impossible. I mean, Phil, you know, my lad, he's 30, I don't know, 32, 33, can't work it out. Remember now, brain doesn't want to work. He must be he's 33 this August.
Yeah. Okay.
He's still living at home simply because he doesn't want to move into rented because it's just a complete waste of money. And they won't lend him very much anyway because he's only on a sort of 40 pence more than minimum wage.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got
Impossible.
no chance.
No.
Can't even buy a flat, yet alone, you know. I mean,
well, flats are expensive. Even I mean, flats are expensive. Property is expensive. Yeah, and getting a deposit together is I would say virtually impossible.
Well, he's got a very good deposit together. Yeah, in fact, he's got more money in the bank that he's saved than they will lend him on the mortgage.
Right.
But still, he could buy a small flat, but he couldn't afford to furnish it, and the solicitor's fees would clean him out totally.
Right.
It's just an impossible situation for younger people.
Totally. All right. Okay. Now, Elon Musk. Elon Musk's bid of 44 billion for Twitter has been accepted, and he will at some point, once he gets his finance together, he'll own Twitter. Will that make any difference to your life, John?
No, I don't use Twitter as much as I used to. I still use it for clients, but personally, I don't use it a great deal.
Right, there's been a hint there that the clients may have to pay. Corporates may have to pay to use Twitter. Not a lot, but an amount.
Yeah. Well, not sure whether it's worth. The good thing about Twitter is we want to target chefs, and it's easy to target chefs on there, and almost impossible on Google to target chefs.
Yeah. Is it possible on Facebook?
Facebook, we still post on Facebook, but not majorly. It does nothing for the business, really. I'm trying to work out how I can do better on Instagram at the moment. So I'm following Llewellyn in his video producing because he's been putting up some really good guides of how to make good videos in there. Talking of videos, have you looked at the new updated in video beta?
Sankit invited us both by name to actually have a look and win a prize. So yeah, I'm going to have a look this weekend.
Well, it's swag. I think you'll find it's a t-shirt.
That's fine. You know what happens? You know what happens when I get a t-shirt from a company, don't you?
Yeah, you wear it.
I wear it, and then the company disappears.
Yeah,
I've still got my Blab t-shirt, and that's not the only t-shirt I've got. That's of a now defunct company. So I hope it doesn't mean anything. Right. So you've had a look. What do you think?
And what I've played with it, I've posted a video. The timeline is just a world apart from where it was. It's in video meets a proper editor at last.
Oh, so right. Okay.
You can drag and drop the length of things. You can cut. You can,
It's grown up.
Yeah, it's not quite there yet. And you can have multiple audios, which has always been my bone of contention, that you could only have 2 audio tracks. So now you can have music, sound effect, music, and voiceovers all the time, as many as you want, basically, and mix and match. So you'll see I've posted a video in there where I set up a 2-column frame, and then
I saw that. I whizzed through and I saw that. Yeah.
Video in each, and then I've ran that stopped it when it got to the end of the shortest video, went to the longer video, clicked on the end, and just dragged it back till they're matched in length.
Oh, right. Okay.
So much easier than having to go, oh, okay, when I load it, I want to cut, snip, and you can cut from the front or the back, whatever you choose to do.
Right.
What else was in there that I played with? So multiple sounds effects, really. I mean, I only played with it for a few minutes. I'm going to have a more serious go later today. But it is a massive improvement. You can change the height of the timeline. It has different colors for different things. It's just you're starting to see well-known editor bits appear inside it now, and it's really becoming, if they continue at this rate of change, it will become a proper editor. But you still can't group things, which is my biggest bone of contention. I want to be able to, if I want to copy certain elements onto the next scene, I want to be able to go that one, that one, that one.
Yeah.
Cut, paste. You can't do that. You got to do one at a time. It's so annoying. And then the biggest bone of contention for me is I want to be able to group some masks. So I want to be able to take Fred, and do F, R, and D, and then put one single picture behind them. You can't do that.
Right.
That is just plain daft. Yeah, because you want to be able to give your product name and then put a hint of the product behind it that stretches across the product name. But they're definitely improving things dramatically, and performance is better. Although I see other people moaning, but I often think it's because they haven't got enough memory in their PC and they have too many windows open. Whereas I've been happy to use it with, and it worked fine with like 70 windows open. But I've got 32 gig of memory in my PC. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these days you've got to have a Ninja PC to actually run most things. Hello, Peter.
This show has just created World War III in this house.
Oh dear. Sorry. No, we didn't do anything unusual.
No, I had my laptop. My laptop was sitting in the same place because I was using the bag, and I left it in a bag sitting there for ages. And Sheila had moved it out into the garage, and World War III has erupted. Why do women move your things and not say, "Oh, darling, that it was there. I've moved it and I've hidden it somewhere else, so you can't find it"?
I have a similar problem, Peter, but mine doesn't have a short-term solution. I can't go and fetch it. I took the carburetor off the mower, and in the conservatory we've got a utility table, shall we call it? And I spread the carburetor out, and then Celia, I left it there. Yeah. And then Celia wanted to use the table, so she put all the stuff and moved it. But now I can't find the bowl off the bottom of the carburetor, and I have searched everywhere for it.
Well, I changed the screen of my computer. I changed the screen of the computer. Worked yesterday, hasn't worked today. I do not know what's going on with this Tab 11. Try and find out, Stephen, if there's anything. You still live 5-person or whatever you call it. Be live. I've just had enough of technology. I really have. It's doing me.
Yet you were magically walking along a Glasgow street using technology without any issue whatsoever.
Yeah, well, I got myself a new phone yesterday. Well, I went down to CEX and I bought a Samsung 20 or something like that. I can't even remember the name of it now. Right, sorry, what were we on about? What have I missed?
We've got the world to rights, Peter.
Yeah, we have. We've sorted out the election today. We've sorted out Burnley Football Club and Manchester City and the lady who has to live on the bus during the day.
I'm glad I missed all that. But I was away this morning putting in. Well, it's funny because two people that I really know are both local councillors, right? So I had to decide. One of them's SNP, so he didn't get my vote. But I voted for my Liberal. I voted for my Liberal because the local elections are about the councillor. And the
That's what we
councillor,
were saying, yeah.
yeah, he's just along the road from me, and anything I ask, he gets done or he looks into it. And so that's, and they're even looking at getting a dual carriageway here with a separate cycle lane, which we've been fighting for ages up and down there. So that's what I done. And the second vote was Conservative. We're allowed 3, but I just put in 2 because I'm not a Green, I'm not an SNPer, and I'm not a monster raving loony party, nothing like that. And I was that. And that's me. Right.
Okay, we don't have any votes in Wiltshire today, so
Okay. Oh, we do.
we're exempt.
We're voting Liberal Democrat.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Don't think you'll get in, but I'll be voting Liberal Democrat.
Well, that's what I would. But unfortunately, I'm a bit ill. I was in my bed yesterday. I think I got, it's either a bad cold. I checked. I was negative for COVID, but nothing's going right today. Nothing's going right today. Is this much better? This seems a lot clearer.
It is. It's a lot better. A lot better.
There was no issue with clarity. It was just sound.
We'll have to find out what's causing that, Stephen.
No, I can't do anything, Pete, because it's to do with your piece of hardware.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perhaps John and I can meet up online on it one day and just have a chat to see if we can see what's up. Anyway, what's next in your agenda, John?
I don't have an agenda. John told us to kick it out the window, so we did that ages ago. So we just busk it. We busk it. Anything you like, really. Anything that comes to mind.
Let me tell you about me then. I'll tell you what's happening with me. If you don't mind.
No, it's all.
So, my business is up to 4 vans in a row. Well, I'm one of them, And I've just put a virtual number in Glasgow with an accommodation address. And I've put a virtual number in Edinburgh with a virtual address. And I've just put out an advert to employ someone in South Scotland. I'm going over the top. I've been sitting in the trenches waiting too long. Now I'm going for it. I'm going for it. So that's my news. That's my news. Yeah.
What triggered that, Pete?
Well, I got money from the government. I got the bounce back loan, and I really haven't used it. I got a fairly large overdraft facility as well the year before, or the year before, which I've never used, right? And I've now got this money, and I'm going to wait to use it to speculate, to accumulate. But otherwise, I'll be paying for a loan that I don't need. Okay? So I'm going to invest in getting a person down there, and then I'm going to grow the business somewhere. John, I'd like to speak to you at some time about pay-per-click, because I'm having a wee bit of a problem with that.
I think that was internet. He's gone. That was definitely an internet problem. He has gone. He's in mid-flow and he's gone. As soon as he comes back, I'll bring him back on screen. Okay, so let's talk about TP-Link Deco, which is the best Wi-Fi system around. Or would you rather talk about Aftershok's headphones? Okay, I'm really enjoying Amazon Live.
Are you making some money?
Oh yes. I should theoretically this year. Now that I've changed it. I used to go live. I've gone live for the last 6 months or 5 months at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. our time, and I went live last week on a Thursday, and I'd done an hour and 3/4 because I do a 2-hour broadcast, and I've got stories about everything in the carousel. So doing 2 hours is not a problem. Talking for 2 hours is not a problem. And I played a video talking about the gimbal, and the problem was that I forgot to unmute myself, which meant that I was taken off air after an hour and 45 minutes. And I had two choices then: either walk away and go have a cup of coffee, or to go live again. So I thought, right, okay, I've got two stories still to tell. I'm going to go live again. So I went live at 4 o'clock for 40 minutes. And it was a totally different experience.
All right.
I'll show you why. Just a minute. I can do this. Just a minute. Just let me set something up. If I go here, yep, I'm getting there. And go here, we can actually do an Amazon live story. I don't think we've done one before. Just waiting for the video page to appear. Pete's back. Yes, you are. Okay, so Peter's back and should appear on screen in a moment, which means I can hide the card. Okay, yes, you're back. You're back now. Was that internet, Pete?
I don't know. It just turned off. I've told you it's not my day today. On you, carry on, Stephen.
Right, I'm just waiting for something to start up. I'm going to close a few tabs. I think I've got too many tabs open. And it's not loaded. Oh, it is loaded. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen. Now, just if you catch you up with the story, Peter, I was live for an hour and 45 minutes, starting at 2 o'clock, got to 4:45, forgot to unmute myself, and Amazon kicked me off. All right, so that's the story.
I did. I was hearing you. I was hearing all that.
So let's bring this full screen. Okay. So, no, that's the wrong screen. You asked me if I was making money. Yes, I am. Okay, let's try again. Let's share screen again. Yeah. I think we're all having problems this morning. Chrome and no, that's not it. Oh, I got it. Okay. Misremembered.
Right.
Okay. So every time you go live, there's a piece of software called Logi. And Logi, if I scroll down here, I want to get to a certain point. So the one you can see at the moment, Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen, that's where I was live and I was cut off. Yeah. So basically, you've got two choices. You either go live again or you give up and go and have a coffee. Well, I decided to go live again. And if you look at that first graph, it's going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then you go to the 4 o'clock graph, and the number of people watching live keeps going up. Yeah, no matter what I do, more and more people were watching. So that decided me that there's a bigger audience at 4 o'clock than there was at 2 o'clock. Yeah. So I did another show at 2 o'clock, and then I switched to 4 o'clock. And I've now got average views. In other words, 27 people watching throughout the whole 2-hour broadcast, peaking at 35 people. And then on my show yesterday, yesterday wasn't too good, but it varies. But the thing is, what I've decided is it's better to go live at 4 o'clock than it is to go live at 2 o'clock. And that's solely because of the software giving me the information.
And tell me, what time is it America watching you at?
They're now watching at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. What about doing it when they're actually sitting in their homes at night after their work?
I would have to be up at midnight, and you don't want to see me broadcasting after midnight, I assure you. It's not going to happen.
But you could make maybe double, treble the money.
Well, I basically, when I did the broadcast on Tuesday this week, because on holiday on Monday, there were 7,300 views, and that's twice what I was getting before. So I've doubled from what I was getting. And to have, I mean, we're going to be lucky today to get 30 views on this broadcast, to actually get 7,300 views and get paid for it.
That's good. Yeah.
I get paid for what they buy.
But basically, if people click the carousel, I get a commission on everything that's bought in the next 24 hours.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. I like people who buy Samsung phones and iPhones, and because that's decent commission.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm still enjoying.
Well, here's a tip for you. If you go onto TikTok, right, there are so many little things that I didn't know about phones and things like that. Little hacks that are legal hacks, telling them what to do this, take this off. If you were to go on and do that and give little wee tips, I think you'd do really well with that. 3 things you must do when you buy your new Samsung X, right? And tell them the 3 tips. And then if you want to know more tips later, why not follow me? Click the follow button.
All right.
That's Pete's tip for today.
Very good. Yeah,
I've actually learned lots of sites out there from TikTok people. There's a lot of technology people on it giving tips and websites that you can use to make you get better grammar. And Grammarly is quite expensive, but there's free ones out there.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt. It's just
no, you're okay. You're okay. I'm just saying that Amazon Live is the place to be at 5 p.m. Eastern today. Grant Saunders will be live in the Belivers group and on the Be Live page on Facebook, talking about Amazon Live. He's one of 3 people using, well, at least 3 people using Be Live on Amazon Live. And he is a good friend, and he has an interesting business. He is a stage hypnotist, and he travels the country hypnotizing people on stage.
Yes,
and he's very good at it. Very, very good at it. Some of his shows, the clips he from his shows, he actually puts onto Facebook. And it is, you wouldn't, to actually listen to him normally, you wouldn't think that he's a different person on stage.
Yeah.
And he does take people along, tell the stories, get people involved, and basically people are sat there just doing exactly what he tells them to do.
No, is he a Amazon Liver?
Yep. Yeah, he's talking about Amazon Live today. Okay. There's myself, Grant Saunders, Nick Wood from Be Live at the moment, and Adair Palmer as well.
Yeah.
Everybody else is on some other system, but yeah, I'm looking forward to watch. He's good to watch on Amazon Live. If you catch him, Pete, then just he's good. He's very good. He tells good stories.
Right. That's good. What time is he on today?
It is 5 o'clock today, and he's on the Be Live page on Facebook. Yeah.
So what I'm wanting to tell you, I got a thing from Facebook today. It says, update your phone number. And I went, yes. And I put in my phone number. Oh, we've already got that one. And I was shouting at it, well, use it for my password. So start giving the link to the other Peter Stewart for this program now, if you don't mind, Stephen. I'm just biting a bullet, and if I have to start everything again, I'll start everything again. I've had enough. Technology is burning me out at the moment. It really, really is. I've had enough. And password. I've got Dashlane, and it's helped a wee bit. But I just wish it would pop up all the time and not have to look for it. And
have you got the extension in Chrome?
Well, I don't really use it much in Chrome. It's more on my phone that I use it. You know?
Right. Okay.
And my other phone, I've used up all the app space. I can't. If I want an app to come down, if you don't watch, you lose all the apps because it says click here and it gets rid of apps to take the new app in. And so I'm really I'm burnt out with it all. I've maybe got too much apps, you know.
Yeah, I got the on the iPad. I installed the kitchen sink on the iPad. I got all the apps. And
Yeah,
I thought I'd ever need. And
yeah,
the beautiful thing about the iPhone and the iPad is that there's a setting that says if you don't use an app, we're going to take it away. I'm going to
right,
hide it. You can have it back anytime. Just
yeah,
click it to bring it back.
yeah,
And I've got to say that about 80% of the apps that are actually on the iPad have got this that I'm not here anymore. Press me
yeah.
to get.
But
You know.
what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the tab 11. I'm going to put a press reader, which I told you about. I think you get all the newspapers. I'm going to put certain things into that and start keeping my phone a bit free. It just means I'll have to carry the tab with me, and I'll take a man bag with me from now on.
Do you have to renew your press reader permissions at the library on a regular basis?
No, I don't know that yet. It keeps, because I'll tell you why. We've got a Scottish senior card, and you use that to log in. And every time I go into it, it says sponsored by Aberdeen City Libraries, and I just go okay, and I get all the stuff that I need, and they download the papers I like. They know I don't have to go and download them.
One of the people on our allotments, Hugh, he uses press reader on his iPad.
Yeah, it's fantastic because
here you have to renew it at the library every week.
no.
But what he does, well, he's not old enough to have a pass card of any shape.
Right.
He lives down the road from the library. He walks up to the library, and there are two benches outside. Yeah, he sits on a bench and he logs into the Wi-Fi of the library, even if it's closed, and you can renew it any time of the day.
Well, mine's is a senior citizen card, and your number on your card is your pass, and it's permanently there. And it's absolute, because Sheila absolutely hates paper. The amount of newspapers I used to have, and she goes berserk at me. I don't buy newspapers now. You know, it's great.
Oh, excuse me.
So I've really enjoyed that. And yeah, and the other app I'm really enjoying when I like to go to Glasgow, I like the app where I want to get this street. I have not a clue how to get there. I just put the street name in. It tells me where the bus is and where to walk to. And the other thing I've just purchased as an app is the bike hiring app in Glasgow.
Right.
And basically, I've bought a full year for £60 a year, fiver a month.
Yeah.
So that's purchased. And when I go down, I get a bike on my app, and then I cycle for the first half hour free, and then it's 50p up to a maximum in a 24-hour period for a fiver. Now, that saves me a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Catch a taxi and things, so I can go about Glasgow. And the other thing about it, gents, is say that I don't have to worry about carrying any bike locks or anything, because you just put on an app, locked. They know exactly what it is, and you can stop anywhere and just lock it and go into the shops. And it looks as though it's going to be a great system. You know, get electric ones too, but they're a bit more expensive. But I think I will be able to use that app because there's bikes everywhere. And I thought, wow, imagine that. Just stop and say, I think I'll go for a coffee here. Park, brake on, app, tell them it's locked. Not my responsibility after that.
Right. Okay. So just a silly question, probably. Do you have a rucksack with your helmet in and everything?
I'm probably not going to use a helmet, right? But you can. I've got a friend of mine who offered to borrow me. He got a fold-up helmet. It's flat.
Yeah.
And you take it out. So I might purchase one of them actually, or hint to somebody for a present. You know. So it's a fold-up one. You carry it with you, and you're. I've got a man bag. What I've done is I've made myself light, right? So when I go into Glasgow, I go to the hotel or wherever I'm living, and I've got my computer bag. That's why my computer went missing. And I put my phone charger thing in it with with a charge so it can charge as well. And I've got a phone, and I'll carry my tab and a rain jacket, and that's all I will be carrying, a light rain jacket. And that's me set up, and I can get down there for £1. Lovely jubbly.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for my card to arrive and see what that allows me to do in terms of travel.
Shouldn't you have had it before now, John?
No, my own fault. I needed to supply a photo, and I only did that yesterday.
Okay, right. Now, let me tell
Paid for yesterday, and yesterday I had the confirmation that the photo was acceptable and the card will be within 10 days. So we'll see what happens.
Very good. No, that's really good. There's other things that's there you don't realise. Let me tell you something else that's happened. 2 years ago, I was meant to be going to Berlin. It was cancelled. I never got my money back for a ticket. I argued with the Germans, and they says, "Oh, have you proof?" I says, "Here's the proof." Bang, here's the ticket. So they said, we've given you another ticket to come to Berlin. And I was just about to arrange my accommodation. I was just about to arrange my flights, etc., etc. And I says to Sheila, "Could you look at my passport, darling? It run out last year." And I could have got it done and travelled to Glasgow to get it. What a panic. And I says, I ain't got to Berlin. So if it comes in before the 12th, I'm going to do an emergency booking, depending on the price. If not, I'm still going to Berlin because I'm going to see a pest control bird product manufacturer because I've been invited over, and it'll be a business trip.
Oh, you're not. No.
Ik gehe nach Berlin. Prima. Oh, sehr gut. So.
Yeah. Mm. All right. Okay. We're got a busy weekend ahead. We're going to. It's a Lib Dem annual dinner tomorrow night at the local golf club. So we're going to that tomorrow night. On Saturday, it's the running show in. We've got to travel. We've got to travel to actually get there. It's where Nick Wood lives in Hampshire, Farnborough. We're going to the running show in Farnborough, and Mo Farah's there too. Okay, so Mo Farah can meet us, and it's going to be an interesting day out. Going around all the stands and all the exhibitions and watching demonstrations, and Angelica's going to take part in some of the yoga demonstrations, and looking for latest in running. Hopefully this will push us forward, give us the impetus to actually go and do a 5K park run. That's the plan. Okay.
Sheila is down to 35 minutes running.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. I can't run. I'm fuming.
Now, why should you be fuming?
That should be me. That I've been working on the plantar fasciitis. I'd love to run again, but I can do 29 mile on the bike. That's no. Listen, see when you got this Liberal Democrat dinners.
Yeah.
It's just tongue in cheek now, right?
Good.
You sit and say, what could we offer students and things, and when we get in, we won't give them it. What could we offer them?
just to say that people have long memories, Peter, and I agree. It's going to be a generation before that's forgotten, if it's ever forgotten.
I'll tell you what else is going to happen as well. You know that Twitter's been bought by Elon Musk.
We do. Yeah.
I bet you Nick Clegg's sitting there. Oh no, I hope he's not coming for Facebook. I won't be a multi-millionaire anymore. You'll take it over. I'll get the boot. What do you think of taking over Twitter, by the way? We've never discussed
his plans are, Elon Musk's plans for Twitter, having agreed 44 billion, is trying to offload some of the 44 billion to institutions, so it doesn't cost him even 44 billion. The second thing is he's going to start charging businesses for using Twitter. Not a big fee, but a small fee. So, you know, changes.
Listen, Facebook, if you're listening in, right? You're not going to sort my password out. I know that. If he comes up with a small fee for Twitter and he says you can target local areas, like my area, for a fee for an advert, I'm with you, Elon. I'll do that. I will put out a local advert on Twitter if it costs me. I will. Would you, if you were in my position?
Oh, yeah, if I needed to. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, because Facebook is doing nothing for me at the moment. Absolutely nothing.
Nor us.
Is
So
reach. So, and I think for your business, I know that the guy you deal with, it'd be better for you as well if it was targeted. Now, I've been actually, I got in touch with the local business gateway. I'm now in the digital boost program, so I'm going to seminars and things to see what they can do, and to go down and register my trademark as well. Who's this? It's come in. Oh, host joined the broadcast, it said.
I haven't moved.
So I'm going to wait. But John, I wouldn't mind a word with you at some time. You understand pay-per-click. They're phoning me up and trying to get me to spend more money. It's all to their advantage.
that's all they ever do.
Yeah, I know, and I want to sit down because I've got to open up in Glasgow and Edinburgh, you know. So I'd like to chat about that, guys. Yes, right. Anything else new?
Anything else new, John?
Well, just I don't know if you guys are aware, but I mean, it doesn't affect Peter because he doesn't drink. But Asda are doing Ukrainian beer with all the profits going to support
Oh, that's good.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
10, I can't think of the word, tinnies, 10 tinnies for 10 quid.
Do you know who I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for Russians that have been sent there, yeah, and they've really no choice about going.
Conscripts.
Yeah, conscripts and things. There are young men dying and women, and I was listening to the news today, and Robert Fox, who's quite well known, he says what the Ukrainians have done, they've done a fantastic job of not letting their casualty list, etc., get out there, the Ukrainians, because there are people dying, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not letting that get out. But when I see some of the things, young men lying there dead and young civilians lying there dead, on both sides, I really feel sorry for them both. And because a soldier, when they fight each other, when they capture each other, they should treat them with dignity and respect. And because I would like to be treated well. And if you capture your enemy, they've done their bit, you've captured them, treat them well as well. And that's the way it should be. You know, it was the anniversary of the Belgrano the other day, right? 300 sailors killed, right? But the crew of the crew that sank them they didn't celebrate. No, they were sickened by it.
Yeah.
You know? And that could have been them.
And I mean, when we watch the news and we watch a tank being shot by a US missile by Ukrainians, somebody died. You can't get away from that.
I would just like to think it would be I mean, as you know, I'm an ex-tank crewman, and I often think back, what if that had been me inside a tank, you know? And, you know, it's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, tanks these days, even, I mean, Angelic was surprised by a tank doing 55 miles an hour on the news yesterday. She didn't realise it could go so fast. But even so, when you've got a convoy of tanks parked up and you've got the missiles that they've got today, you're sitting ducks, aren't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't like to be a tank soldier in a war now. I would be a storeman, putting out the rations. No, I would. No, it's a horrible death. It's probably a quick death.
It is.
But
it is.
No, if you're injured and you're jumping out a turret, most of these guys are on fire, you know. And yeah, it's a horrible thing. And as I say, a lot
It
of
is.
my mates seen that in Iraq, and I think it's got maybe to some of them now. And they were firing uranium tipped. And funny, the people that went to ogle what they've done, seemingly it's them, it's picked up some problems, because they went onto the tanks to have a look and seen the damage. So I'm told, But war's a horrible thing. People are dying every day, and I feel sorry for Ukrainians with that, but I do feel so. I think something's got to happen within Russia to stop. I heard these ones top men is under house arrest. Putin's.
I basically want us to get to May 10th with nothing else going badly in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Because there are, I mean, we know press rumors are press rumors, but they are saying that President Putin on the 9th, which is sort of the military day in Russia, he will actually declare war on somebody else and go for Moldavia or any of the other countries. I'm just hoping to get through to the 10th and nothing else has gone wrong. Okay, John, it's over to you, most definitely.
Right, so we've gone over. Mind you, a little bit late starting as well. So it's goodbye from our Scottish representative, goodbye from our Southwestern representative, and goodbye from our Midlands representative. Be here next week, same time, same place. Goodbye.
Bye for now. Bye.